retail stores and independent pharmacies nationwide. Beat your slump with SlowMag. Visit slowmag.co.za for more. Get information on medicines without a prescription from the online medicine directory from your trusted source, Sapra.
On 947, this is EWN.
Good evening, I'm Noluthando Ngeno. The city of Johannesburg says private land ownership issues are stalling plans to build homes for residents in Diepkloof. Tensions erupted this morning as residents took to the streets demanding housing on a nearby vacant plot, and the protest turned violent. 2 people were killed, trucks were looted, and police spent the afternoon raiding homes for stolen goods. Mongezi Koko wraps the day.
After a long day of roadblocks, rubber bullets and raids, the city's Human Settlements MMC Mlungi Simabaso met with disgruntled residents inside the local community hall. He told them that the vacant land they want homes built on is partially privately owned and that the owner is demanding 8 million rand before the city can develop it. Mabaso also revealed that the hostel was also sold in 2023 without public consultation to a private entity. He believes the 2 factors are why government can't intervene or start building new housing just yet.
I refuse to meet with them. Even when they made those requests, I refused to meet with them. Why the transfer was done in the first place?
Police remain deployed in Diepkloof, still recovering looted goods and interviewing those linked to the day's violent activities. Mongezi Koko, Eyewitness News.
A trial date has been set for the Phala Phala matter as the magistrate Peter Mantata says it's not practical for one of the accused to stand trial while pregnant. Frelina Joseph, a former cleaner at the farm, showed up to court today heavily pregnant. She, alongside her brother David and their accomplice Emanuela David, are accused of breaking into President Cyril Ramaphosa's farm in 2020 and making off with $580,000 in cash. The trio appeared at the Mudumele Regional Court in Limpopo today. And lastly, President Donald Trump is currently speaking to his Russian counterpart Vladimir Putin in an attempt to broker a ceasefire in the ongoing war in Ukraine. This highly anticipated call comes amid a flurry of diplomatic activity aimed at resolving the 3-year conflict. When Trump took to office in January, he promised to bring an end to the fighting in Ukraine. After speaking to Putin, the U.S. president will hold discussions with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky next, as well as leaders from some NATO countries. A partly cloudy Tuesday in store for Gauteng tomorrow. Temperatures will drop to overnight lows of 10 degrees, peaking at 22. Noluthando Ngeno, Eyewitness News.
EWN, in touch, in tune, and independent. For the latest, visit ewn.co.za or download the EWN app.
#MSW.
You may begin to feel anxious or excited.
Honest, deliberate, engaging, uncensored.
High-dosage administration can cause adverse reactions.
And most importantly, independent in mind and execution.
This is a normal response. Are you ready?
Marawa Sports Worldwide.
Wabona mo lifing ne. If ever we involved kwa sports, watsama wa ira interview le Robert Marawa. Watswa mo interview eo ne o sa wisa keledi or o sa nna emotional ai awaya ting mara la o mitse ntato ka interview o tla take your time, take your moment, think about it. Ka o botsa Robert Marawa ke na monna asale airor katsanda ane emotional utla rapra robbe kunzi.
Great scenes that we sing around here at the venue. Kaizer Chiefs out of a cup game, nothing in 3 seasons.
Why decide to go to the Staleys?
Shout out to Robert Marawa. He actually facilitated that whole move.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So live on radio.
Robbie! No, dude.
I'm telling you.
Coach, I'm phoning up like right there.
Enzinika ke manje uzomela ke kufonelwe i-stadium management ngathi ke imagesi ayisaboni kahle ayisaliboni ke sidalo ibhola kumele ke i-stadium management ke sithi ukukhuphula ama lights ngendlela ke asebelicinga ngakhona bemagesi balifuna ke manje ungaqala ke manje ukhipha i-calculator uwabale ke lama passes ngendlela ke asebebala ngayo abawulapha akubheke nje enika happy
For all the Masenda Wana family, this is the medal I offer to you for the hard work. Let's continue. Masenda Wana family, Cabo Yellow!
It's a beautiful trophy, but it's heavy. I think I must do the gym more.
Roberto Marawa.
Flag stays down, the shot goes in, and that's 1-0. No, it isn't. Kakana finding the back of the net. And there's the goal. It's been given. Habri did it.
Robert Marawa, live on 947. Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Sowetan Live. #MSW.
Oh, but we're still in celebratory mode right here in the studio. I can tell you tonight the champions are here. They are in studio. It is Marawa Sports Worldwide. Proudly brought to you by Hollywood Bets.
Let's go! The moments you remember. The games you can't forget. Marawa Sports Worldwide on 947, Vuma FM and Rise FM. Powered by Hollywood Bets.
So Issa Habri only just come on. Maybe not up to the pace of the game. I wonder what she's hearing in her headset. And there's the goal. It's been given. Habri did indeed play Kakana onside. And South Africa dramatically take the lead. Well, kicked away by Smith. And there is the final whistle. Exhilaration for South Africa. Despair for Morocco. The Amajita have won the Under-20 Africa Cup of Nations for the very first time against the team that beat them in their only previous final 28 years ago, Morocco.
Before we bring in the Betway Premiership champions, I just thought, why not, man? Because we are also African champions. So salute to the Under-20, well, CAF champions at Under-20 Africa Cup of Nations level. They managed to do all of this in Cairo at the Cairo International Stadium. They've rewritten history by overcoming Morocco by a 1-0. It is South Africa's first success, though, in the tournament and their second final appearance. The first coming back then. Remember, Shakes Mashaba's generation of Benny McCarthy, the likes of Matthew Booth, Junaid Hartley, the likes of Stanton Fredericks, losing by 0-0 to host Morocco in the 1997, that last game, 28 years ago. But then, what about last night?
It just hasn't worked out for him as of yet. Today might be a good day though, as Sales links up with Reyners, gets the shot away. Oh, it's a little fortuitous, but Lucas Ribeiro in his battle with Reyners to win that golden boot has snuck it in. Now behind Dennis Onyango is most decorated players in South African football, and he will take the trophy over to his teammates. They prepared to lift it for the 15th time in the PSL era. They did it under Ted Dimitrov for the first time in 1997-98, defended it the following campaign. One under Paul Dolezal and Miguel Gamondi and Neil Tovey combination. Gordon Egerson, Pizza Mosamani with 5 league titles. Manolo Muniti and Renani Mokoena led them to a couple. Then Mokoena on his own. Now under Miguel Cardoso, they lift it again. Mamelodi Sundowns, so your Betway Premiership champions. What a remarkable season it has been as they win it for the 8th time in succession. They were pushed almost all the way, but they handled the pressure and the stress as they competed on multiple fronts. Changed their coach in November to good effect, and they have set records along the way. 24 wins from 28 games. That's a new record, 24 wins, despite the fact that they've played 6 games fewer than in the earlier iterations of the league in the PSL era. This is a special team. It's hard to compare across eras, but a truly, truly special group. Mamelodi Sundowns, champions again.
Masandawana Roma Gope Masandawana Roma Gole Kone Masandawana gobe masanda wa Oba asisabi sizoilandela noma gobe masanda wa Oba asisabi sizoilandela noma gobe masanda wa noma wole kone masanda wa noma gobe masanda wa noma wole kone masanda wa noma gobe masanda wa
Good evening, Darop. Wonderful listeners. Congratulations to Masandawana Kabuyelo when they were crowned Betway PSL champions in an event that was electrified, that was beautiful. And to those that are saying the cup is ugly, light, beautiful, silver, gold, whatever it is, we welcome it. They belong there. Kabuyelo all the way. Zbera in Rodi.
Hi, Uncle Rob. It's Ntando here, all the way from Mamelodi, and I just wanted to say congratulations to the best team in South Africa, Mamelodi Sundowns, for finally getting their trophy, their Betway Premiership trophy. And yeah, I'm super proud of my team. I'm super proud to be a fan, and we are looking forward to the CAF. And yeah.
Oh man, congratulations over and over again, because you know what, they've made their way through to the studio. Looking forward to a fantastic show with you and everybody else around the country, the continent and the world. I can tell you that tonight, we stand to witness a monumental achievement and think one team has decisively rewritten the record books and also established their dominance in South African football with unmatched flair, precision, as well as the indomitable hunger for glory. They are the juggernaut, guys. They are the trailblazers, the champions leading this exceptional squad to yet another historic triumph. Is the mastermind and tactician Miguel Cardoso. He's here in studio with us, the architect of their success, who transformed his players into legends. In midfield, we've got the top goal scorer for the season. A man undoubtedly, I think, probably headed for the football of the season. Who knows? But if fairness be fairness, hey, guys, Lucas Ribeiro Costa has delivered something. He's been a force to be reckoned with. He's been pulling the strings with effortless class, unstoppable creativity. And even, again, last night, he showed that. Beautiful goal. Could have been more. He's not stingy, this man. He provides the assists as well. He's the magician. He's the engine. He's the architect of dreams. Dazzling defenders and electrifying fans with his brilliance. But then on the defensive side, because, again, Sundowns, with all of these records that they've been breaking, have also been breaking records in defense. How do you go an entire season and you only let in 13 goals? We'll get to that and a whole lot more. Because Grant Kekana, he stands tall as a formidable wall of strength. The rock, the warrior, the unbreakable force, guarding and guiding Sundowns' throne in unwavering resilience. They came, they fought, they conquered. These are Mamelodi Sundowns, ladies and gentlemen. Now they celebrate in triumphant style. Oh, so much happening. I welcome each and every one of you champions. Let me first start off with you, Coach. Firstly, good to see you, finally. Welcome to the studio.
Thank you very much. It's obviously a pleasure to be here with you, Robert. For a long time, I heard speak about you, and I was really anxious to have the chance to have a chat with you. And under the conditions that we are now, it's even more wonderful to have the chance indeed to be here today.
Well, I hope it wasn't bad things that you're hearing about me. Eh?
No. Your reputation precedes you, and regarding the work you do, how you highlight sports in the right way, how you speak about how you make the game in special football, how you defend it in the right way also. So basically, I think that that's why I feel very happy to be with you here today.
Very kind words, Coach. Very, very kind words. I mean, we can't not see what is in front of us, which is a beautiful trophy. For the first time, you got to lift it yesterday. It is your first season. It is your first league trophy here in South Africa with Mamelodi Sundowns. What's it all feeling like for you at this moment?
Well, at this moment, I'm already feeling the sense of responsibility regarding what we have ahead during the week and the preparation of the next week or the next 2 weeks and the matches that we have ahead regarding the CAF Champions League. But obviously, we are here to relate with what we did, what we finished yesterday, and the emotions that I still have, the feelings that I'm creating day by day that come from those wonderful emotions that we live together, obviously give me an attachment to the country, to the club, to the group, to the staff in general around, to the management that is very strong. I feel it's not heavy as the trophy itself, but as beautiful as I think the trophy is, if we regard it by the symbology that I can see on that trophy. So wonderful moment that doesn't give more than, or doesn't express more than the quality of the players with whom I've been working, and the pleasure that it has been as a path to this trophy and to the successes that we achieved, but always and also mostly a way to give us energy to continue and to look forward. That's exactly where I stand in the moment regarding what the 2 months that we still have ahead of us.
What do you make of the trophy?
Well, the trophy for me, it has 3 different things. It has one clear base, where stands a group of people that I see ultimately the players. So it means that that base that is sustained, and it looks like we see a lot of players over there, so it means that there's a huge group that must be under or over a base that must be very strong, so that they can lift those balls that are ahead. That means the success, the goals, the trophies. And that base for me is the most important part of it. And that's what makes it heavier or heavy. It's not exactly the players that are there in golden or the balls. It's the base that is what for me is the most symbolical part of the trophy.
The
foundation and the values and what is behind what we see inside the pitch. Because a football team just expresses its maximum inside the 4 lines where the game is played, when behind there's something that glues them, something that we all share, something that makes us believe the way we are together, the way that makes us even live in a comfortable way together. And that was for me a very, very important moment that happened this season. Together with plus two of them, but the moment where we committed ourselves with the way of living, where we defined the values we would like to have and that would guide us, where we would sustain our attitude permanently, and where we had to come when we would go a little bit apart of it. So that was for me a key moment in the season, and the trophy speaks for itself for me. When I look at this, I said, wow, this is our trophy. It's fantastic to see. And I explained that to the players already, because I feel that really, that base was the reason for the achievements that we did. And if we can continue on it, it will be for sure the base for much more to achieve.
Wow. Miguel Cardoso just giving us an outline as the head coach of Mamelodi Sundowns. Gran Kekane, always good to see you. I'm going to give you a bit of a strange task to perform as we go to the break. It's strange but good at the same time. The man sitting directly across from you, Lucas Ribeiro Costa. If you had to describe him as a person you see on a daily basis, as a person that gets to breathe the same air as you, but also the human being, the football player, the everything, how do you describe him?
Retsweri Ribeiro Costa Warona. Yeah. I think he's just an incredible human being, so down to earth, always willing to help. I think he's got abilities of his own, that he's just willing to improve the next person. He never feels himself as like the main person. He always offers himself to the team, and I think that's also the relationships we have with each other within the group. So he's a good guy, top guy. His English is also improving,
it is
on
good,
a daily.
You know why? You know why? Because the more Man of the Match awards he gets, the more pressure he feels to speak this English language, isn't it?
Yeah, and from when he came to where he is now, it's been a good journey, and we've been privileged to witness it and be a part of it. And we can only wish him good things. He's done so much and he's doing so much. It's not done yet. Obviously, we're celebrating and acknowledging the achievement that we have. We can't downplay it. It's been difficult for us, but we've been together. As the coach said, even the symbols you see on the trophy, it's been that kind of season for us. And we're just hoping for greater heights. But this is a good guy. We just always fight about one thing, which is the earrings. He doesn't want to take them off. Like we go for warm up and we say no earrings, or training. So it's just the earrings. But other than that,
why does he refuse to take the earrings off?
He's stylish. He likes looking stylish.
On and off the field.
Yeah.
All the time.
No, he has that pizzazz.
But it's both of you then who are stylish.
No, me is just the nails.
No,
unless you want to get rid of my nails. Me is just the nails.
All right, after the break, looking forward to chatting to Lucas Ribeiro for the very first time here on #MSW. And I dare say, again, he is the Golden Boot winner as the top goal scorer in the Betway Premiership.
#MSW live now on 947 Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Soweto Live at the same time.
#MSW.
Sometimes your dreams can take you places. You could be dreaming about buying a new bag and then dream about securing the bag. If your dream wasn't taking you places, you wouldn't think of starting a business. But because it is, you start one. A security company that just secures bags. Your business becomes so successful that you buy a town called Burgersford. Because it's only right that a guy who owns a security company for bags buys Burgersford. And then it hits you. The smell of chicken licking hot wings. And suddenly you realize, no man, the bag in Burgersford is not even bag. And why would you start a security company that secures bags? Also, who has ever secured the bag by securing bags? No one. And that's when you realize that the only thing that can bring you back when your dreams take you places is the smell of hot wings Soul 6 from Chicken Licken for only $50. Because when the cravings got you, it's got you. Chicken Licken, soul food.
Fayez will find you the finest Fiat, or if you prefer Volkswagen, Philip is your person. Sandile will help you go all out on a Suzuki, while Jason has your back if you're looking for a JAC. You see, our people know their stuff, and we know our people. We know that without them, there are no happy customers. There are no sales, no service. Our people are our passion because they know people like you. Bidvest McCarthy people deliver. Always.
We built Lula to give business owners more time to run your business without begging big banks for support, more freedom to get funding without giving up the collateral that got you this far. Lula is South Africa's first business-only banking suite where you can access funding in as little as 24 hours. No paperwork, no queues, just excellent service. Apply now and experience business class banking and funding at lula.co.za.
Medical aid plans, they're normally like this.
So, you'll need to take this form and this. So don't forget this too. Okay, wait. Don't forget this one. Wait. Okay, done.
My back!
Sorry, sir. that's going to have to come out of your savings.
At Bonitas, we make our plans simple so they're easy to understand. We also offer a benefit booster and a range of other benefits that don't come off your savings. Visit bonitas.co.za when you need us. Bonitas, medical aid for South Africa. T's and C's apply.
The reels are getting bigger at Lotto Star. Get ready to feel the thrill on our brand new exclusive slotteries. Lucky Lobola, Japanese Fortune, and Kwaito Queen. With amazing features like scatters, wilds, and slot bots. You could win instant payouts of up to 10 million rand. Spin the reels now, only at Lotto Star, your world of live games.
Lotto Stars licensed by the Mpumalanga Economic Regulator. No under 18. NRGP 0800 006 008. T's and C's apply. All games are fixed odds betting events.
Previously on Marawa Sports Worldwide.
Mamelodi Sundowns are the champions.
The Sundowns assistant coach, Coach Steve Khompela. You play MTN8. You know what the trophy looks like there, right?
Exactly.
You play Nedbank Cup. You know what the trophy looks like there, right?
Exactly, sir.
You play Betway Premiership. Do you know what the trophy looks like?
I would be lying to say I know. We played MTN8, I know how it looks like. Nedbank, I know how it looks like. Even the Kali Black Label Cup, you know how it looks. The Betway would be excited to say, let's see how this thing looks like. We are anticipating.
You're assuming that there is a trophy. What if it's a virtual?
Robert, beggars are no choosers.
Hashtag MSW. Hashtag MSW. Not your ordinary Monday. It's Reaction Monday. Hashtag MSW.
Hi, good evening, Mr. Marawa and the team. I would like to say congratulations to Mamelodi Sundowns for setting the benchmark. David in Parkwood.
Good evening, Brarop. We are the champion. We are the champion. I just want to take this opportunity to congratulate my team, Mamelodi Sundowns, for the job well done. Thank you, guys. Let's make sure that we get the star, another star. Thank you. You know what? I'm so happy. I'm very happy. My name is Andres. Thank you, Brarop. Thank you, Brarop.
This is Msusi Mayapa from Pretoria. Congratulations to Mamelodi Sundowns. I just have one question. What would winning the Champions League this season actually do to the group of players? Would it somewhat feel better than the 2016 one? Because the 2016 one has a bit of an asterisk. So, yeah.
What would it mean? That's the big question. If you're just joining us, it is Reaction Monday. It is hashtag MSW. Welcome to the show wherever you are, watching around the country, the continent, or the world. If you're watching on the YouTube channel, please do log in your question or comment. The coach is here. The top goal scorer of the season is here. Grant Kekane is here. And guess what? The trophy, the much talked about trophy, is here. It is smoking hot. That's how great it is, this trophy. I've lifted it. My goodness, you need to go to gym a couple of times to be able to pull that off. Lucas, good to see you, man. Welcome to the show. And congratulations. Number one, as a champion, congratulations, top goal scorer.
Thank you. I am very happy the my season. Sorry, my English sometimes is not good, so coach, help me, please.
If necessary.
Help me, please.
I'm always there to help. I just need to help, nothing more. They play, they speak, I just help.
A helpful coach, eh?
No, so I am very happy that my season is very difficult season because the Sundowns have too many games. It's not easy to play after 3 days, you know. So it's very difficult. It's very difficult. You play You play 100%
all of the matches.
Yeah, exactly. It's very difficult. So, but the team improve all the time. Not only in the best moment, but in the difficult moment. So I'm very happy this season. I'm very happy that my brothers win again.
And again.
Win again. So I'm very happy.
I mean, you talk about the number of games and you say it is a lot. You've played in most of those games. I think you've only come off the bench once and you've been able to be the top goal scorer. How have you managed here, Lucas, just in your head, in South Africa for the champion Sundowns, to stay focused as you've stayed focused?
The moment the coach he come in the club, the first contact, he speak to me. He say, "Lucas, you in the last season you play very very well, but in this season you prove more." So the coach, the staff, so the players, he push me all the time. So yeah, the moment is very difficult for me, but the play help me. The coach, he say, "Lucas, como eu falo, tenho que dar mais para a equipe."
Yeah, what Lucas means is that there's always a standard that you can improve. And I knew and we knew that the team was, well, the past is the past, but it speaks for this club. And I totally respect the past. So regarding players, it's the same. The level where they are, you should respect, but you should push it forward. There's always something you can do better. And that was the challenge that I put it to Lucas, is despite you feel that you reached a good level, what else you can do besides what you did already? Because I think we should never be happy about what you get. I'm not speaking about material things, even about the way you are as a man. And that was the challenge we put it on everybody. Why we cannot be stronger even between ourselves? Why we cannot be stronger as a group? Why we cannot be better people, better men, and then be pushed to be better players and better team? We can grow. Let's grow together. And I think that was the challenge that Lucas was also willing to receive. Obviously, there's one important thing. It's important that you trust.
Yes.
You need to trust. If you don't trust, you cannot speak something like that to a player. But also it's important that the player that is on the other side feels the trust and pushes himself forward. Don't get on the comfort. Get out of the comfort zone. Outcome the difficulty, outplay the difficulties and just move forward. And I think that most of the players did it. They accepted the differences, like we coaches accepted the differences. We knew where they were. We were also excited about the past of the team and the club when we came. But we knew that there were things we could do, and there are still things we want to do for the future. And make them more versatile, more adaptive, more resilience, more constant. Pushing boundaries makes them better players and allows them to achieve what we want for everybody. I don't want the players. I should not say this because my president or the chairman will not like, but I want the best for the players.
Yeah.
I want the coach works to provide them conditions for their lives. If they can be here, fantastic. But this is also what we want, to improve the lives of people. So live good moments, but improve their lives. And this is an achievement that they did. And I hope that in the future we can even go furthermore.
But it was a bit of a strange one, though, because, Grant, I'll bring you in a second, because I want to talk about more the attack now, the goal scoring, where you are breaking records in a league that has had to be reduced by 2 games, but you still break the records. Now you got 2 players that are going for the top goal scorer award. And where I realized how professional this man is was again last night.
Look,
with him coming through, coach, when he provided that assist for Ikram Reyners and it hit the upright, it hit the post, and both of them have been great in goals and assists throughout the entire season. Maybe let me start off with you, coach. How have you managed that situation? Because sometimes, it can turn, I would say, a little bit ugly because not everybody wants to be the top guy.
Look, what I understood in these last couple of matches, and I think there's a chapter on this story that comes after we qualified for the final of Champions League. We knew that we had 6 matches to play. We knew that winning them all would not allow any kind of games played regarding changes of dates from our opponents, because there was something that for me was not very clear how the championship was about to be finished.
Yes.
Because the sports side of the respect for the sports side was not really being taken in consideration. So we needed to win the 6 matches to just don't give any chances for whatever. And but in the last 2 or 3 of them, it was clear that Lucas and Ikram would fight for the top goal scorer. And probably that passed to most people, but I've made it public last week. I made it public on a post on the internet where I put a photo from the 2 of them embraced, and I wrote, "I love you guys." and I told the team that I would give the same game time to both of them from there until the end. So when I was going to put them to play, they would play the same. When I had to take one out, I would take both. And that's what I did in the last 2 or 3 matches. So that then it was up to them to look for the things. And also I told them that individually, I told them, if I feel any moment that one of you is not playing the normal way, then you come out immediately.
Sure.
These are the values that are on the base of that trophy.
Yeah.
But they were amazing, as you said.
I mean,
absolutely amazing.
Last night was incredible to watch. And for me, either of the two would have been the top goal scorers come the end of 90 minutes. Maybe from a player perspective, and I think the coach has been very clear with that. When I heard both of you laughing when we spoke about this, what can you tell us, just from an insider perspective here, Grant, about how they've been able to handle this little silent competition that's been going on?
Tarob, I think the one thing we joked about between Ikram and Lucas was whoever scores first says they're injured, so that they get substituted and the other one can't catch, But I think the both of them, they just give themselves for the team, It's never about... I think the accomplishments that you have as an individual are a bonus, It's more about the team and the team success. And that's why they've been able to provide so many assists and score so many goals, So it's not about them doing one thing, We know what they're all good at, or they're both good at. But it's the competition also, and it's healthy competition, and it helps us as a team. And it's good to see them scoring and firing from all fronts, towards the end where we actually need them the most, our job defensively is obviously to keep goals out, but when we know that we're going to create chances and have goal scorers who are firing from all cylinders, I think just breeds well for the team. And I think they're just selfless. Both of them are just selfless, they work hard for the team.
Like I said, goals against only 13 in the season. And again, it's part of many records. I scribbled a few. I won't go through all of them. But just for a person like you who's had to bounce between playing for the national team, playing for Sundowns, I think injuries have really not been a thing for you this season, which has been great. I'm talking about major injuries. So part of the growth of Gran Kekane has been what? Especially with a new coach like Miguel coming through and your common understanding in trying to figure out how he wants the team to play.
I think just to summarize everything, Rob, coach is a winner. Sundowns mentality is winning. We want to play well, we want to do well, but the main goal is us winning. And he's kept that. Despite how he wants us to play, he's kept that under normal circumstances we win, under abnormal circumstances we win. And that's just been the mentality for us. And I think that's what's carried us through and has brought us to where we are today.
A lot of people talk about missing home. Missing home. How have you handled the missing home part? Put that aside, but focus on playing football.
Que ele falou? Que ele disse?
Falam muito das saudades de casa. Como é que tu geres a questão das saudades de casa?
No, it's very difficult because the family, you see, my mother, my father, my sister, is very important for me. So it's very difficult. But I know I say before the guys they help me all the time inside the pitch, but more other side the pitch. So the staff he give me the message sometimes, but it's not easy. But it's the life. So me stay focused in the game, but this you take the trophy, but this is not finished because you have two games important for the Champions League. But it's very difficult. But this is the life. Sometimes the people forget you play football is easy. You go in the pitch, you play, you enjoy. But after, it's very difficult. So, but this is the life. Me try to put in my head only the things positive.
Yes.
So,
please give him a big round of applause.
He's excelling, Tarok. He's excelling.
If you allow me to wrap a little bit what Grant said and Lucas, and because the respect that existed between Ikram and Lucas, the respect that existed among the other players, because we had other moments with other players who were very important. I remember one of the most important moments of the season was when we played in Sudan, and Peter comes from the bench and scores twice in the last 5 minutes. So, but this that they are speaking between themselves is love.
Yeah.
Love. Obviously, it's not a love between a man and a woman, but it's love between people. And the base also of this team, of this group, is the love and the respect that they have between each other. And me as a coach, I just need to handle it and balance it in the right moments, to get the opportunities so that everybody also feels loved from ourselves.
Do you think that's the story of your life?
You're the story of my life, and every word is true. Each chapter sings your name. Each page begins with you. It's the story of our times, and never letting go. And if I died today, I wanted you to know. Stay with me here, share with me, care with me, stay and be near. And when it began, I'd lie awake every night, just knowing somewhere deep inside that our...
Oh man, hey, Neil Diamond. You love quality music. Even Grant Kekana was saying he wants this on his playlist. DJ Grant.
There we go.
DJ Grant K.
I'm coming for my puris.
More puris at one time. I think he's listening now and he's saying, my goodness, we can do this again. All right, join the magical journey. We continue with that. We'll take some of your voice notes. We'll see what's happening on the YouTube channel. It's a historic moment for Sundowns, because you don't just use the word history for nothing. They've secured their 8th consecutive league title, an unprecedented feat in South African football. Attacking brilliance, breaking the record for the most goals scored in a PSL season with 65 goals, surpassing their previous best. And remember, -2 games. Home fortress. They became the first team in the PSL history to win all home league games in a single season. Also, continental ambitions. Now, their strong run in the CAF Champions League, reaching the semi-finals for a 3rd consecutive season. Sure, and so much more. I think Lucas was talking about playing a lot of games. Sundowns have played 51 games, guys.
Live on 947, Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Sowetan Live at the same time. #MSW.
Do you sometimes feel like you're not reaching your full potential and often hitting a slump? Slowmag, the #1 magnesium supplement, helps you fight that constant feeling of tiredness and aids in rapid recovery after physical activity. Slowmag is available from leading retail pharmacy chains, selected retail stores, and independent pharmacies nationwide. Beat your slump with Slowmag. Visit slowmag.co.za for more. Get information on medicines without a prescription from the online medicine directory from your trusted source, Sapra.
It's time to win new wheels with Caltex. Caltex is not only giving you a chance to win an epic VW Amarok Bakkie, but also a chance to win fuel for a year thanks to Standard Bank U-Count rewards. And the best part is, winning a new Bakkie is easy. Get to your nearest Caltex service station and fill up with 400 Rand or more to enter. T's and C's apply. Caltex, it's how you get there.
Dear Journal, adulting, day 3,700 and whatever. Just bought a bunch of supplements I can't pronounce to try and fix my sleep schedule. What a game changer. So chuffed I spotted them when I was doom scrolling at 11:53 p.m.
Finally learning about mental health. Get covered at pineapple.co.za. It's convenient and like 19 Rand a day, so it's 100% the insurance for you. Underwritten by Old Mutual Alternative Risk Transfer Insurer Limited, licensed non-life insurer and authorized FSP. Premiums are risk profile dependent.
Shape your degree, your future, your career. The IIE MSA campus in the West Rand is the largest private higher education campus in South Africa. with a unique and exciting student experience, world-class facilities, on-campus residences, and a wide range of study areas to choose from. Applications for 2026 are open. Inquire now at iiemsa.co.za. IIEMSA is a leading brand of the Independent Institute of Education, a registered higher education provider.
The all-new Suzuki Swift is more than just a great drive. It's a feeling of freedom, of style, of confidence. A feeling that gets your heart racing, that gives you swagger, and lets the world know that you are the beat, the pulse, the sound of the street, and that you have arrived.
Feel iconic in the all-new Suzuki Swift. New tech, more safety features from just 219,900. Visit suzukiauto.co.za to book your test drive. T's and C's apply.
You set high standards for your business. So when you apply for funding, don't settle for off-the-shelf. Get top-shelf, tailored solutions from Lula. We've built South Africa's first business-only banking suite, where our funding experts will help you access up to 5 million rand in as little as 24 hours. Fast-track your cash flow. No queues, no wait, no collateral needed. Apply today and experience business-class banking and funding at lula.co.za.
Previously on Marawa Sports Worldwide.
Mamelodi Sundowns are the champions.
The Sundowns assistant coach, Coach Steve Khombela, please, the space is ready for the Champions League trophy to come with Steve Khombela, the technical team, some of the players as well. That is all that I'm asking you to grant us, sir.
The invitation will be declined. It would not be declined, but reasons would be forwarded. But if accepted, please leave the chair open for people who are so deserving to be roasted and be invited by you.
Roasted? So we don't run a restaurant here.
Never trust a man who says, trust me.
There's a lot of trust that has been earned through the years here, Khombela.
Rob, we've dealt with you for many years. You start on a hell of a nice footing. At the end of it, you'll either put one. If I'm sleeping, I'll go to bed with it. But if I'm awake, I'll be alert enough to deflect it. This one, I must deflect, but acknowledge that you said it.
You really trust me too much.
Hashtag MSW. Hashtag MSW.
Good evening, Mr. Marawa, Matsubanes Perepere, at Lane Branch at Ridgeville, Mamelodi Sundowns. Congratulations to the champions in your studio there. Congratulations to the head coach, Michael Cardoso. Congratulations to the entire players of Mamelodi Sundowns. Congratulations to us, the supporters. Well done, Mamelodi Sundowns. Kawuyelo Sandawana Kawuyelo. Now let's shift the focus back to this coming Saturday, the big one, the elephant in the room, the Champions League. May they please Ribeiro Costa Lucas Ribeiro Costa bring the start to Mamelodi Sundowns and your guys there. Thank you. Matsubanes Perepere, keep up the good work, Marawa. Cheers,
good evening, Mr. Marawa. Yes, Mandumbe, Wali Sandawana. We are the champions, Mr. Marawa. 8 times in a row. Actually, 10 times in a row. I was just want to ask Lucas there. Is he not going to run away from us? If the another team from outside brings the offers, the likes of Al Ahly, because I know what they're capable of. Is he not going to run away from Mamelodi Sundowns? Hey, this guy, that's a top class. Ribeiro, please don't go.
Sure. What a word. Ribeiro, please don't go. Hey, you at home. There's any sign of you leaving? Why are people so worried at the moment? Did you ever say you might leave, you might go to Alali, or is it just speculation?
Ele perguntou se ele falou o quê?
Se tens a questão de sair do clube assim.
Para
o lado.
No, I mean, stay focused in my season. I think so. This is not the moment to speak this situation. I mean, happy in my club. This it's the very moment it's very moment for me in Mamelodi Sundowns. We score 2 men goals. We take the trophy. So this is not the moment to speak this situation. I mean, just focus in the season. The 2 games, the Champions League, Club World Cup. So I mean, just focus in the finish the season.
To finish the season, maybe on a lighter note. Grant plays for Bafana, plays for Sundowns. You know my next question. But let me ask it. Would you want one day to play for Bafana?
So me speak Portuguese because I mean it's very difficult to speak this situation.
Go ahead.
So the coach speak the translation for me.
No problem.
So Bafana é uma grande seleção, tem grandes jogadores, é um privilégio para mim estar jogando com jogadores como Kikana, Xixi, William, Tepsa. E para mim é sempre maravilhoso ver ele jogando na seleção. Como eu falei antes, é uma seleção maravilhosa. E claro, seria um prazer imenso representar uma seleção como essa, um país como esse, um país que me recebeu muito bem, com portas abertas. Sempre falo que quando eu cheguei aqui nesse país me receberam como se eu estivesse já em casa há muito tempo. Então, fico feliz dos torcedores pedir isso, mas até agora, nesse momento, nunca chegou uma proposta para mim. Então, no dia que chegar essa proposta, eu tenho certeza que vai ser algo bem pensado e vai ser uma decisão bem pensada, onde que vai ser bom para não só para mim, mas para todas as pessoas que torcem por essa situação.
What Lucas says is clear is that obviously that national team of South Africa is a wonderful national team with wonderful players. So he gets so excited about seeing not only his teammates but in general the national team perform, Bafana team. So that until the moment there was not any kind of approach regarding the situation. That obviously for him it's a pleasure that people think that could happen. And if in any moment there would be some approach, obviously that he would discuss it with the people in order to understand what's the reality on that situation. But for the moment, there's nothing on the table, so he should not relate and worry about that until the moment that becomes an appeal or a proposal or whatever.
But as a coach, that also must make you feel a bit proud to know that he has a player who, not just about Sundowns, but this is about the country. Where neutral fans come in and say, but he has the quality maybe that we might be needing. How does that make you feel?
Yeah, that obviously makes me feel very proud, despite sometimes it's football, and I know that Kaizer Chiefs has a lot of fans, that Orlando Pirates has a lot of fans, but I also know that this club that I represent in the moment and so proud for it, obviously, has been done a wonderful job regarding representing South Africa. And when a club wins in South Africa for so many times and years in a row and represents internationally the country in the way it does, better than anyone in the last 10 years, that respect should be felt by and given to this group of players. And sometimes I really don't, I'm quite new here, but already I could understand that exactly is not the way people in general relate. But to me, it makes me proud. It makes me proud to see that Mamelodi Sundowns is the base of the national team of South Africa. It makes me proud to see how many players are nominated, and I hope that the trophies of the season are given in general to the players from Mamelodi Sundowns, because indeed the results are there, the performances are there, the data, the numbers, they are there on the table. So it's amazing to see. I think that even in some of the trophies, more than one player from Sundowns could win it. If you ask me which midfielder of the season, for example, we have a Jaden Adams that entered the club and showed the level he showed. We have a Marcelo Allende that people, I think they don't really understand what kind of play they have ahead of them playing here. It's a privilege because one day he will go. And Tepsa continues and it's setting an heritage around his name that people one day will regret that he finished playing football, or going to watch him play in the beach in Cape Town when he'll be 50-year-old. Because, and I could state more because it's.
Can I come in here though, Coach? Because we're going to be finishing off this part, and let me just remind everybody that wants to stay on is that the team, the coach, the players have agreed. They'll stay on for another 30 minutes. So if you want to join on the YouTube channel, that's the good news that I'm feeding off through to you. We'll break away at 6 o'clock and we'll continue on the YouTube channel, because I think there's just a couple of issues. As we celebrate, we also interrogate. You also feel at times, and I've heard this a little bit in the press conferences, that you don't think that Sundowns get the due credit, maybe not from the media, sometimes from the fans and South Africans as a whole, given the magnitude here, Coach, of what Sundowns achieve and have achieved.
Yeah, it's exactly that. It's not that people treat us better. I don't feel that in general. What I feel is that the fact that we win so much creates discomfort in general. It's obvious that I accept that as natural, but that should not take out the respect that should be given for the players, for the work my players in the moment do, because they've been doing it for long, for many years, and also for the management of the club that keeps it, because this club plays it so clear, the values that even the club shares and obliges us to live under, they are so clear and so clean that we just play football and enjoy playing football and deal with the rules of the game and make it clear for everybody. And also, I spoke about key moments on the season. It's not difficult to go back on this Golden Arrows match that we draw and understand that was a moment for us to make a statement from there on regarding what we saw, what was imposed to us on that match. I'm not speaking that people made it on purpose, but the question is that the mistakes were done, and we felt so bad on that day. But we get energy and we feed ourselves from difficulties. We don't relate with difficulties. We relate with work, and the fact that we forget, we focus ourselves on those questions is indeed what is one of the greatest strengths of the group.
Let me go to Tsepiso in Midrand. Tsepiso giving us a call. Good evening. Thanks for holding on, man. Welcome to the show.
Thanks, Robbie, for giving me the opportunity. Tsepiso here in Midrand. Grant Kikana and Don Cardoso. I hope the coach knows that the fans call him Don Cardoso on Twitter. And Lucas Ribeiro, player of the season. Rob, I just have a question for Lucas. I understand that he's friends, his best buddies, with Gaston Serino and the other South Americans. We do follow them on social media, and we take note that they're always going on these hikes somewhere in the bush with lions and stuff. I don't know if that's where they get their muti and stuff. However, I recall that there was a situation with Serino on the field in the Nedbank Cup, and I saw my player there tear his shirt or something, and they had a little altercation. But I was happy to see that he did visit him again. He went to Gaston's place and he did hold Gaston's baby and stuff. Does that affect their relationships, the relationship with Gaston on the field, on and off the field? Because I know they're best buddies. These altercations that they have, because obviously they've got limited friends and stuff. So should anything happen on the field, does it mean he loses Gaston as a friend? Or are they still buddies?
All right. Nice question. Great observation there, Tsepiso, all the way in Midrand. I know that they've had clarity of interpretation there. Thanks, Coach. Hey, you go hiking. Serino's your friend. You go to the mountains. Then you fight on the field. But then you buddies again. Tell me more.
Serino is my brother. Serino is my brother. All the time we stay together, other side the pitch. But in the side the pitch, of course, he defends Kaisership, me defense Sundowns. We not go in the pitch for lose the game. So sometimes in the football you fight, but it's the football. You stay in the pitch. So this is my brother. I love Serino so much. I love you, I family. So we stay together all the time. So Serino, but he stay only in the pitch because he defend Kaisership, me defend Sundowns. So only of course for win the game, me fight to Serino, me fight to Serino is not problem. But he's my guy, so
nothing personal.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I love that. As I said, guys, brace yourselves. We'll prioritize a lot of your questions. I see a lot of voice notes. I see also it's buzzing on the YouTube channel. So Coach will be staying put. Also got a couple of more questions to throw at him. Grant Kekan is here. Lucas is going to be staying over with us as well. So guys, it's a celebration, but at the same time, it's an opportunity for us to interrogate and find out a little bit more about this winning machine called the Mamelodi Sundowns, how they manage to keep it up for so long, how they manage to continue driving, and they just on the edge of again making history as they are into the CAF Champions League final. And how far will they go? You can tune in again tomorrow for Marawa Sports Worldwide, proudly brought to you by Hollywood Bets. Otherwise, stay tuned. We're on the YouTube channel.
The thrill, The drama, the action. Play the game again. Marawa Sports Worldwide on 947, Vuma FM and Rise FM. Powered by Hollywood Bets. #MSW live now on 947, Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Soweto Live at the same time. #MSW. Previously on Marawa Sports Worldwide.
Mamelodi Sundowns are the champions. The Sundowns assistant coach, Coach Steve Kompela.
Hi, Rob. Me again, no Steve Kompela. Me again. Hi. This guy with his English, man. Hey, if the road is not good, it's the driver in the car that suffers. But congratulations to them, Rob. Bye.
If the road is not smooth, the driver in the car likely to suffer. And if the driver is not sober, the road and the car will suffer. If the car is not impeccable, the road and the driver are going to suffer. Orlando Pirates had been coming slowly, because you can never be considered a champion if you did not meet great challenges. We had to squeeze our bumps, knuckle down up until there were 2 matches to go.
#MSW. #MSW. Not your ordinary Monday. It's Reaction Monday. #MSW.
You know what, Robert Marawa? Congratulations to Sundowns. You, out of all people, I'm sure you know that Sundowns has been receiving critics from. I don't see which fans, but you know that. They say Sundowns is a small team, Sundowns is 57 fans, Sundowns uses money. I remember Mutsipe when he first founded Sundowns. They used to sign the players like Zuma, Besuma, Prembaloyi, and some fans, which I won't mention again, they said, Sundowns, money doesn't buy success, money doesn't buy success. Look now what's happening. Sundowns is dominating the PSL. They are the most successful team in PSL era. Now they are more stronger than before because of Mutsipe. Now they are crying of money is buying success, money is buying success. Sometimes they forget. Now they've won the league 8 times because of that money they've been using, and they've been using in the right places. So congratulations to Sundowns. We are happy. We are 57 fans. We are happy. We still want to win more titles in camp.
Congratulations to my team, Mamelodi Sundowns. Another record-breaking season. What more can we say about this team? It just keeps on improving every season, which every coach, they know what they're doing, definitely there. And a beautiful trophy by Nelson Makamo. Unfortunately, he has to start now creating another trophy. Start now designing another trophy, because Sundowns will win this one 3 times in a row, definitely. And well done to Hamilton. I think he did very well, coming in 4th place. It shows that there's great improvement coming up. Thanks, Rob. This is Sildo.
Good evening, Rob. Good evening to the champs. As a Mamelodi Sundowns supporter, I just want to tell the champs that we appreciate the bragging rights that we've had for the past 7 years. It's now the 8th one, and we are looking forward to celebrating 10 years, still taking this league and going forward, because Sinanzanga, to tell you the truth, so we are very happy as supporters. Come weekend, we are coming to Pretoria as Nkomazi branch from Mpumalanga to support the boys against Pyramids. Big up, guys. It's Petros from Eploke in Mpumalanga.
Good evening, Mr. Marawa. Yes, Mandumbe, Walisandawana. We are the champions, Mr. Marawa. 8 times in a row. Actually, we won 10 times in a row. I was just want to ask Lucas there. Is he not going to run away from us if another team from outside brings the offers, the likes of Al Ahly? Because I know what they're capable of. Is he not going to run away from Mamelodi Sundowns? Hey, this guy, that's a top class. Ribeiro, please don't go.
Hi Rob, this is Msusi Mayepa from Pretoria. Congratulations to Mamelodi Sundowns. I just have one question. What would winning the Champions League this season actually do to the group of players? Would it somewhat feel better than the 2016 one? Because the 2016 one has a bit of an asterisk. So yeah.
Good evening, Robert. This is the man. Welcome, Masandawana. Welcome, Coach. Robert, a quick one to the coach. What went through your mind, Coach, when you replaced Reines and Ribeiro at the same time. What was it that was in your mind? And again, thank you for the brotherhood, the spirit you instilled in the boys, because they pass, Robert. If you look at number of balls that Ribeiro gave to Reines, he said, come, let's jointly be leaders. But the gods were just against him. And again, to Sundowns. I don't know, Robert, what is it that is so special about the new coach? That they were just scoring at ease. And when you look at the level of professionalism, you'll realize that each game was given respect. There was no small game. And to the players, just to find out, what is it so special about the new coach that makes them to play? Look at Sales, to give an example. Good show as always.
All right, thank you so much for holding fort, guys. I had to do a couple of formalities here. The trophy having to move to another destination. So thank you, all of you on the YouTube channel. Thank you, Coach. Thanks to Lucas. Thanks to Grant. They are still here. And we continued the conversation up until 7:30. Also checking out some of your WhatsApp voice notes. And also, you can call directly in studio 011-883-8947. Otherwise, hey, on the YouTube channel, also throw in a couple of questions there as you view this conversation, which I think is more than important for all of us who are here and who are participants in the celebration of Mamelodi Sundowns, the legacy, and so on. So I think, Grant, from your side, when you look at the level of difficulty, and we talked with Coach about not getting the right credit, sometimes people say, it's become too easy. The league. It's become too easy for Sundowns to win and win and win. So when you hear or you see those comments, how do you feel about it? Is it just a case of people feeling a sense that they can't catch up and they've been trying and they can't catch up and they've been trying? Because it can't be easy to win a league, surely.
Taro, it's definitely not easy. I think as a club, as an institution, we've set the bar very high.
Yeah.
And we're consistent. And we're not going to drop down to anyone else's level, you know. We have our own values and our own cause that, you know, we live by daily. And we try by all means to stick to them. And that's what's elevated us to be in the position that we're in. So I don't think it's really easy. I just think we work extremely hard. And even though we don't get the credit that we deserve, you know, sometimes, you know, it's a bit of a bitter pill to swallow, but I tend to remind myself, or, you know, the likes of Kwame Nkrumah, Thomas Sankara, you know, are still being spoken about till this day. So maybe this generation of ours will be spoken about long after we've done what we had to do. You know, we're just living our purpose on a daily, giving our best, and we're being rewarded by the trophies that we're achieving, you know, but we won't stop for anyone. And ours, as the coach always emphasizes, is just, you know, take it to the limit. I mean, you know, Rena, the sky's the limit for us at Mamelodi Sundowns, you know, so everything is just about the limit, and that's where we're at. And maybe one day, you know, people will come to appreciate. But in the time being, you know, we'll continue doing our best, pushing ourselves to the limit, and achieving as much as we can.
Your highlight this season, what would you say has been your best game? Of all the games you've played so far, Lucas, that number one game has been what?
My best game?
Yeah.
Ooh. I think so. My best game is game Pirates. This is my best game. It's cost 2 goals. You wanna see? This is my best game.
For the goals and the assists, or do you think overall, just your involvement in the game?
Because you play Pirates, you play Kaisers, the game different game because it's the big game. So the support is full in the stadium, so it's very difficult game. So you see, for they score the goals, you see. So me score two goals in the moment. The second goal, I think so, is very difficult because it's Pirates come, he score, I think so, 2-1. Me score the 3-1. So I think so is my best game.
So Pirates your best game, but who is the worst player to play against? Like the toughest defender in any team? Who would you say that is? The one you hate, well, not hate, but you hate playing against.
Ele falou que é o defensor mais difícil.
Sim. Podes dizer que os mais difíceis são os teus colegas. Sério.
I think so. The center more difficult for me is Toby. Toby Mbala. For me, it's very difficult. This guy. Yeah, he pushed me all the time. He fights with me. So I think so. This guy is very difficult. But I love you, my brother.
Well, it sounds like you knew this. I mean, has he complained about him before?
No. So the first time we trained with Lucas, it was him and Mvala 1v1. So he gave Mvala a nightmare. And then we said to him, Babi, are you sure? The second time he tried, he was crying. He was down there crying, you know. So that's just the competition within us, you know. We always make fun about each other and, you know, we push each other.
Yeah. I mean, you talk about that. You talk about what I usually term, coach, as the tactical evolution. You know, every coach comes with a different style, approach, mentality. You're trying to get the club to play in a certain way. And I said to you even now, off air, that what I saw in that second half last night, it was almost a moment where Sundowns got into, it was before your time, there was something called Piano and Shusha, and I'm sure Trotmolot and everybody else, they've told you about that philosophy of just playing on the ball, finding the man, you know, almost playing a typical South African style of football, maybe to a certain degree a South American style of football. How much of that do you allow in terms of freedom, but with the discipline of a player?
I think that the best thing you can give to a player is freedom with responsibility.
Yeah.
Obviously, that second half yesterday, they were playing in the courtyard. That's what I was feeling, completely playing on the courtyard. But they didn't win the second half, and I was pissed off because I asked them that at halftime I told them, let's keep our goal in 0 and win the second half. But they didn't. But I enjoyed, obviously, despite I know that is not the reality of the football played in the highest level. That was just the reality of that moment, where I also asked them as third thing, enjoy. So I think they took that word enjoy to the limit. No, because basically they also beat another record yesterday.
Yeah.
And there was 10 minutes to the end, and I was telling the guys around me, pass the ball, pass as much as you can. Because they broke the record of number of passes done in one game yesterday, 956. So that was another record that will stay for sure. The previous one had been already done by us, by them, but this one was the biggest one. It's really and 80% of ball possession. But I totally understand your question. Obviously, that as a coach, I need to relate with the culture.
Yeah.
So the culture of the club, the characteristics of the players. But then there's another thing I need to relate with is giving the players the tools in order for them to win the challenges they have to play.
Yeah.
And basically, I think that when the group understood that my job was just to help them, giving them the responsibility, but at the same time the freedom to express themselves, the happiness to express themselves, but at the same time provide them with the right tools for them to collectively express the game and win. I think that was also the moment that they understood, okay, this guy is here to help us. He's not here to create nothing more than a good ambience, but most of all, to give us capacity to be better. And that's, I think that maybe you heard it already, but coach from Real Madrid, once he said, I just need not to mess too much around with the players. Something like that, because when you work with high-level players, obviously your work is important, your tactical approach is important, your strategical approach is very important, but you need to let the boys be happy in the way they play. You need to trust them, you need to... And yesterday I was telling them also, guys, it's wonderful because you are organized, meanwhile you are playing. So that's what I felt during mostly first half, because the team was always organized, but such a big dynamic on changing positions on the players. And this is because they were happy by playing. They were happy by playing. Then it's a matter of taking it to the limit when you need to make results, of course.
Because you're also you're not scared. You encourage to bring in the young players. I mean, Sia Mabena, when you brought him into play, he was 17 years old at the time.
It was not me. It was before me. Unfortunately, he got injured before I arrived in the club.
Yeah.
But it's true that there are wonderful players that I believe that in the next years will flourish in the team of Mamelodi Sundowns. I think this season there's one that should be clearly highlighted is Malikoza. He started playing from the beginning of the season, and I think he's a player that still has margin to grow a lot. I think a lot. So I think the level where he is just a momentum. He will go much more further, I believe, especially because he has around him also experienced players like Grant, like Mavala, like Musa, that also will help him for sure in the terms of achieving and getting what he needs to get, together with the training process, of course. But I think that, as I was saying, that in the nearest... today I spoke in the morning, early morning, with the boys that just finished winning the AFCON. So I called them to congratulate them. We made a photo, me with the medal we won yesterday, and them with their medals. So this is, among others, the future of Mamelodi Sundowns. Despite we should understand that a club like Mamelodi Sundowns must recruit, not only rely just on the academy, have a good base in the academy, but also, obviously, to be in the top, you need to recruit. You need to recruit the best South African players. You need to recruit abroad also, so that you can compete not only in South Africa, but against the best teams in Africa. That's what and even in the world when we go in a World Championship like we're going to have.
Sure. I mean, it's going to be an exciting journey, guys. And as football players, coach has led, and he knows about finals of CAF Champions League, being at Esperance and bringing that experience now to Sundowns. What would you say is going through the heads of the players, the minds of the players now, knowing that in 2 games, life changes completely? In the same way that when you played AFL, it was a once-off then. Whether it continues or not is another story. But I'm just saying that you were able to make and break records then. Are you starting to live into that dream? I know it's only day 1 post the trophy presentation last night. But just tell me about where the players are dreaming right now, Grant.
I think, ever since I've arrived at Mamelodi Sundowns, we've been putting it in the universe, and the universe has finally delivered for us to be able to play in the final of the CAF, and one of the things when I also arrived was us leaving the jersey better than when we found it. And I think this is an opportunity for us to do that, so we're more than motivated, to give our best and just leave everything on the field. And that's where we are, and that's where our mindset is right now. We're just happy that we're able to put the league over the line so that we can fully focus on these 2 big games before we head out to America. So I think for us, the motivation is knowing that, we have an opportunity to leave the jersey better than when we found it. And that's the right motivation for us going into these 2 games.
Sure. And yourself, Lucas, everybody looks forward to UEFA Champions League. Everyone looks forward to watching PSG play against Inter in Munich. But everybody on the African continent looks forward to Sundowns and what Sundowns are going to be doing in the final. Tell me about your dream of glory on the African continent and what it means to you if you achieve it and when you achieve it.
Quickly.
É o significado, no fundo, de jogar a Champions e poder ter momento de glória em África.
For me, special moment to play the finals of the Champions League. It's my second season. We've played the Champions League. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
So the most important now is the take the trophy. So I am very happy with this story this for Sundowns. So now me speak português. Coach, help me,
No
please.
problems.
Para mim vai ser algo incrível fazer parte dessa história, conhecer grandes jogadores, com a comissão técnica. A gente está preparado para isso, a gente sabe da dificuldade, mas eu vim para cá para fazer história no Sundowns e tenho certeza que essa história vai se concretizar e claramente vou estar muito feliz de estar na história desse clube.
Well, basically, obviously the sensation is to perform well. The intention is to perform well. He knows what it means to win a trophy like this for any club, and putting his name on such a moment would be for him very important. And that's what he wants, to relate with that, give happiness to the fans, and be happy himself, and together with the players and the team, live that moment together.
Yeah. Grant talked about America, and it's slowly starting to get there, and having to subdivide the thought patterns here, Coach, where, as Lucas says, that he's been there, but he wants it more now. It's the second time for him. Others have been there longer, and it's been disappointing for them to try and get there. What becomes the priority, and how do you handle that with the players available? I don't know, when you decide this is going to be the cutoff time for the players going to the FIFA Club World Cup, those who will make it, those who are going to be obviously playing in the final and so on. Because at the end of the day, you got to keep this family. You got to keep the family that we saw yesterday, guard of honor, everybody proud to be there. Just talk us through how you're managing all these different expectations.
Yeah, yesterday morning I told them that if I could, my most profound desire would be to put everybody to play on the match yesterday night.
Yeah.
But the rules are what they are, and I don't make the rules of football, so I have to follow them, and they respect it. It's more easy in this context, in the club where we work, and with the culture that you South Africans have, it's much more easy than in other contexts where I lived already. For example, I have no problems to tell it, because people will understand. But in Tunisia, it was much more difficult to relate with the players that don't play so much, the players that we are in doubt between one and the other, and we decide to put one in disfavor of the other one, and how they relate with this. Here is more the level of respect by my work. Is much bigger, so it's more easy. But it's more easy, but it's so difficult, and breaks my heart so much, because most of them they deserve the best, and it has been more easy in the last 6 matches to deal with the players, because we've been creating rotation, and they've been giving good answers. And you see, yesterday Grant is here. Grant didn't play yesterday. Teboho yesterday, I took him at halftime, and I went, I hugged him, and I know he was not happy. Yeah. But the way he respects, and he understands that I'm also not only taking care of him, but also giving opportunity to another one to take some time. For example, Neo yesterday he played, and unfortunately there are players in the team that maybe they didn't achieve the level they could, because they didn't play so much, because others were performing so well that they didn't get the chance. As you were saying, Lucas played almost all games, and Grant played also a lot, despite on the position of the Grant, the dispute is much bigger. There are six very good players as centre backs. So, 6, no 7, because even Keegan can play as a centre back, despite we use him as a right back. So it's difficult. It's difficult, breaks my heart. But in the end, I need to make decisions. And the decisions are done always regarding the moment we are living. The strategical approach on the game, the characteristics of the players, sometimes the characteristics of the opponents, the level of performance they are showing. Because ultimately, myself, I will always make mistakes. By choosing, I'm already making mistakes because there's other people or the players when they look at the list, they say, "But why I'm not there?" Because they feel they should be there, and I know it, and I always ask. I don't ask forgiveness, but I understand that it's very hard for the boys.
Because they all want to play, and I think Debs has shown again the great quality of how he plays even outside of the box, the types of shots that he takes outside of the box, the quality that he delivers. And I think even yesterday he showed that, for a moment everybody was gasping in for air, like, wow, there he goes again. He's capable of doing something like that. And he does it game and game again. And it's end of the season now as far as the league is concerned for you. How soon do you get to a stage where now you start to look, are we losing any player and all of these things that naturally happen in the course of a big football club like Sundowns?
I think that the base of the next years of the club will always be the base that we have now.
Yeah.
Because it's very important that there's not a revolution in the groups so that you can keep stability, not only in the work the coach is doing, but also in the relations that you have inside the locker room, and I think that will be for sure what will happen in terms of moving to the next season. Obviously, then that until the last day, that things will be discussed. We are in a club where things are made with time, but also things are discussed. There's a lot of people involved on this. I'm sure that even in not in my back, but work that is being done on the bastidor, so that in the moment we need to decide if there's a moment a player is going to move because has an offer, or if we need to reinforce some position. But I believe minimum changes will be done in the group in order to, most of all, keep the quality we have. It's very important that we keep it, and strategically reinforce one or another position for sure. The club, as usual, will do it, but without any kind of big revolutions, because that's not exactly what I want.
Yeah, I mean, talk about revolution. What would happen if there was a dog revolution? What's your dog's name?
Well, I have not only one. I have 2 dogs, 2 cats, a parrot, and a bunch of fishes in the lake, these koi fishes. Yeah, it's true. So
you're a lover of nature.
My dogs, they are both females. So it's there are 2 pinchers, small pinchers.
Yeah.
But it's Luna and Maggie. They are both there at home.
Yeah.
And then there are 2 cats. So it's Lucky, and another one that is a female that I found in Tunisia in the street.
Oh.
I took it home, and then I had to take it back to Portugal. I had to take it back to Portugal. It's Mel. The name is Mel. And it was a big journey because I took her in the flight to Madrid, and then I drove from Madrid to Porto in order because Spain is much more pet friendly, let's say, than Portugal.
Yeah.
And I had to do it. So, and well, lots of animals down there at home. Yeah.
I think everybody fascinated by this. Hey, so sometimes when you're talking tactics, you have to come in and talk the human side. So there's the human side of everybody.
Yeah.
And I think pets is part of your escape. It's part of what you do to just get away from the realms of football and the madness that goes on. From your side, Lucas, what is yours? Do you have pets? Will you go hiking up the mountain? What is it that you do outside of football?
O que é que fazes fora do futebol? Com que é que tu passas o tempo? O que é que gostas?
Me call my family. We call my family all the time.
Yeah.
My father, my mother. Sometimes we play PlayStation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sometimes, probably all the time.
Sometimes we play PlayStation, basketball.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you been to America? Have you watched the basketball live?
Já foste ver o NBA alguma vez?
No.
Not yet.
So we go to
America.
Club World Cup.
Mm-hmm.
He said the coach give me 2-3 days off. He should. They gave the NBA.
He should. He should. Who likes basketball should try it. I confess, I went twice to USA for a football conference.
Yeah.
And both times, once in New York, I went to see the Knicks. and the Sixers, Philadelphia 76ers in Philadelphia.
Nice.
It's a hell of experience. Everybody that likes sports should watch an NBA match for sure.
I mean, it's full entertainment. There's not 1 second. I mean, if it's a timeout, they call timeout, but there's entertainment for everybody at the time. And, there's dances, there's a dunking contest, there's all sorts of things. So I think you should go. I'll talk to the coach for you.
Okay.
We'll
Please, coach.
We'll make a plan.
We go through the group stage and
we'll talk about that. And from your side, Grant, I mean, as we're wrapping it up, we're keeping it nice and light. What do you do outside of just thinking about football, dreaming football, and playing football?
I also want to see Steph Curry.
Steph.
Yeah. 3 points. Just 3 points. No, but I think outside of football, last week the coach gave us a day off, and I did a school drop off. We don't do that usually, with my son, but I think that was such a nice moment, because in the morning we're talking and he's asking to play a song and, conversing. Then I parked the car. Then I walk him to the classroom. Then all the other kids come through, So it was just a wholesome moment for me, And I said, what? As much as I'm away, these are the special moments that I live for, And I take pride in that. And it's just being a present dad, Tarop. And I think that's what satisfies me the most.
Oh, bravo! Top class, man. Talking about family. I just have final question. It'll go to you, coach. And I just want one word. You don't have to explain anything because you've got to go to Super Sport now. Who's your footballer of the season?
Footballer of the season.
Who's the footballer of the season?
No, for sure from Mamelodi Sundowns without any doubt. It's clearly there's no, and with all the respect, but it's what it is, and I think that it has been unanimous. It's tough for me to tell because I think that many players played in such level, but I followed the boys. They are pushing and pushing. I totally agree. I think Lucas, if he receives the trophies, more than deserved. But if there would be an honor mention on the side of that one, a lot of guys should be there.
But all from Sundowns, though.
No, but with all the respect for the other teams and other players, because I see quality in South African players.
Yeah.
But with all the respect, but my love goes for Mines. And I have to give my love to my players because I know how much hard they work, the quality they have. The other ones, I don't know them so well. So, but the ones I have, I know their character. Because it's something, when you give an award, you should not only give to anyone. You should provide it to the ones that show that they're in another level inside the sports itself. Because that's heritage also. Even for the trophy itself, to have good men that receive this
credibility.
Trophies. Yeah, credibility to the trophy itself. So I think Lucas is entitled for that, for sure. And people love him because of that. Otherwise, even if he played good, people would not love him. But in that locker room, wonderful men, there's a lot. And wonderful players, there's also a lot. So just pick the trophies, give to them because they deserve. Because I think South African football will take a long time to see another season in such level like this one. And with all the respect, but even it's not being not humble enough for that. Sure. But the way we work together, just give the trophies to Mamelodi Sundowns, and that's it. From one side to the other point, because that's. I repeat, I don't know in how many years' time South Africa will see a team breaking so many records like we did, because it's one after the other, after the other. So, just that's it.
Fair point. Coach, it's been an absolute honor meeting you, seeing you, chatting to you. I think the breakdown of football is so exciting. We could talk for hours and hours and understand your philosophy, the players, who's coming in, who's coming out. But I think from everybody that's watching on the YouTube channel, they're just saying thank you so much indeed to you, to Lucas, to Grant for staying on a little bit longer, just so that people can understand. Sometimes it's difficult when you get little sound bites from press conferences or from man of the match or from, interviews that come through. But I think today you've given us the full package. Thank you so much. As South Africans, allow us to wish you the best in the CAF Champions League final. Allow us to wish you the best in the FIFA Club World Cup as well, because outside of Sundowns, you carry the South African flag with you. And with that, thank you so much indeed. And once again, congratulations, champions.
Thank you very much.
Thanks so much.
Thank
you.
you
How do I
much.
say thank you in Portuguese?
Obrigado.
Muito obrigado. Muito obrigado.
Muito obrigado.
Muito obrigado. Muito
Muito
obrigado.
obrigado. So
It's a pleasure to be in South Africa and to be among you. Really.
Thank you so much, Coach. I really appreciate it. As much as he has to learn English, I have to learn also a different language. We'll catch you again tomorrow. Thank you so much, guys.
#MSW live now on 947 Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Soweto Live at the same time. #MSW.